the two-hand hammer. Dan scoops and scores with 2.7 to go in the pit. Melly rips it with a right hand. The fans can feel it now. It's a Lobo celebration in Vegas.
This is the Lobo Pod with the voice of the Lobos, Robert Portnoy.
Hello again, Lobo fans, and welcome into another edition of your Lobo Pod. I'm your host, Robert Portnoy, sticking on the men's basketball theme. A brand new member for Lobo basketball for 2024-2025 is our guest today. Ibrahima Sacko is with us. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really well, and thanks for coming across the street
No problem.
to join us on the pod, your first pod. Are you excited about this?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I know you've seen a couple of your teammates have done this, and we're just going to have a good time. I think the fans would love first to know how you got into basketball. You know, a young man from Guinea, everybody thinks soccer immediately. Tell us how it all started.
I started playing soccer before basketball. I was playing soccer, and one day I was my uncle's house, and I was watching the basketball game, and I saw Paul George, because Paul George is my favorite player in the NBA. I saw Paul George in TV, how we play, skills, and after that I go talk to my dad about basketball. He said, okay, if you want to try, we can go and add your name on the basketball team to see if you can play or not. And I started play basketball like that.
So Paul George is the guy.
Yeah.
He inspired you.
Yeah.
What'd you like about him?
I like how he play, skills, and I remember one day I was watching his game, and he was injured, right? And after that, he came back at the same level. That's what inspired me.
That impressed you too, yeah. Right on. Well, start with soccer. How long did you play soccer, and what position did you play, and what was your love for that game?
I started playing soccer like when I was 5 or 6 years old, yeah. And after that, after basketball, that changed my mind. So I want to play basketball.
About how old were you when that transition happened, when you saw that first basketball game with Paul George?
I was 14. Yeah, I think I was 14.
So no organized basketball at all
No.
before that?
No.
Wow. How far you've come. Does that blow your mind sometimes when you think about that?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And here you are in the United States. I would love to hear more about your hometown in Guinea, Conakry. Is that close?
Yeah.
A coastal town, right?
Yeah. That's Guinea is West Africa. Yeah. And we got the first sport in Guinea is soccer. Everybody plays soccer. Nobody like basketball. They got basketball, but it's not like soccer. I started playing soccer, and I see basketball, and I started playing basketball. But we don't have like big facility basketball in Guinea. We got like only one facility in Guinea. After I started playing basketball, after 2 years, I met one guy. He's from United States, but he's African too. And he saw me and he said like, I got big potential to play basketball. And he helped me like to come here to play basketball.
Who is that?
Tigan Drame. Yeah.
And is he Malian?
Yeah, he was in Mali. Yeah.
What was that relationship like? Like, how did you kind of get to know him, and then he sort of helped guide your path?
Yeah, because he come in Guinea one time, and he go watch like our team game, and he saw me, and he approached me, and he talked to me. He talked to my parents, and he said I got big potential to play basketball. And after that, he invited me to Mali to go to his camp. And after his camp, we start doing like the paper to come here to play basketball.
So the journey from Guinea started in Canada, though, right? Yeah. How did that all come about that you made that first stop to play for a season in Canada?
I stopped playing Canada like, I think it's 3 years now. Yeah, I think it's 3 years now. Because my first, when I was in Guinea, and Tigan said, if you want to come to the United States to play basketball, I can help you. And we go to the embassy for like the visa. First time, I didn't get the visa. And he said like, we can try to go to Canada to see if you can get a visa and you go try for the Canada. And I get a visa to go play basketball to Jay Addison.
Yes, Jay Addison. Yeah. A great experience for you, right?
That was a great experience. My first year, we went to the playoff and we lost in the semifinal against Royal Crown. And after that, I go to the tournament and the Beachwood Classic at I think South Carolina, right?
Myrtle Beach.
Yeah. And we won. And I get MVP. And after that, I get my first offer from Arizona. And the last offer was Georgia Tech. And I finally picked Georgia Tech.
There were some big time offers in there. You mentioned Arizona. I think
Arizona, Xavier, Oregon, Fresno State.
Some great choices there. How did you settle on Georgia Tech?
Georgia Tech came the last offer was Georgia Tech, and when I go there for the visit, I like the city, I like the coaches, I like the facility too. And one of coaches from Cameroon close to Guinea, and we talk, and he told me I got big potential to play at Georgia Tech. And after that, I talked to my mom, my dad, and they say if you like Georgia Tech, you can go there. That's your choice. And I finally chose Georgia Tech.
So a year in Atlanta, what did you think of that?
That was great here. And my first year, that was my first year in the United States. That was great. Great experience. The great coaches, great teammates. Because a lot of my teammates from Africa too. One of my teammates from Senegal, Ghana, and Nigeria too. Yeah, that was a great experience.
Let's rewind for a second because I want to go back to Jay Addison for a minute. And I was really surprised to find that there was actually another player there from your village. Is that true?
Yeah. That was my... I gotta say that's my brother because we're from same village.
And he was also named Ibrahima.
His first name is Ibrahima. And we was at the same team in Guinea. And we go to Canada to play the same team too.
And you followed him 1 year after, yeah? Oh, that had to make it so much easier.
Yeah, that was a good experience with him.
Unbelievable. And so also, I guess that helped with English language barrier, right? Coming over, first time, right?
That was my first time, yeah.
So what languages do you speak? French, obviously, yes?
I speak 5 languages.
Sure. What are they?
I speak 3 languages from my country. That's Malinke, Susu and Pula, and French and English.
And had you had much English before you went to Canada for the first time?
No. I was speaking only French and my country language.
So basically 3 years with English now? You're doing an amazing job. How comfortable is it at this point?
Right now, yeah. I can speak really good, I think.
You're doing great. Yeah, just fantastic. Wow. So that tournament at Myrtle Beach, was that kind of your coming out party? In other words, was that where scouts and people saw you play at a high level really for the first time?
Yeah, I can say yes, because when we went to the tournament and we won the championship, 1 or 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks after, a lot of scouts call me to say they want to see me at their school to go visit to see how I can choose. And that started from, I think, the Beachwood Classic, I think, yeah.
Now, obviously MVP, you stood out in a tournament full of a bunch of really good players. That was probably pretty satisfying for you.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Well, what was it like playing in the Atlantic Coast Conference, playing in the ACC? Such amazing basketball. You're playing for Georgia Tech. You're a true freshman. You started 3 games. That had to be a lot happening very quickly for you.
That was very quickly. And I talked to the coach. He told me the same thing. He said, you got a big potential. And if you work hard, you can play here 2-3 years. But that was my first year. And I asked coaches, I don't have experience, I need to work hard, I need a lot of help to be in the ACC because ACC is a big.
Well, probably your favorite memory, I'm guessing, was a really good game you played against Notre Dame. Tell us about that.
That was my I think my best game in the Georgia Tech. Yeah, I finished the game with I think 30 points. Yeah, and we lost after. But that 30 point doesn't mean nothing for me because we lost against Notre Dame that second time. That was good game for me, but we lost after.
Yeah. Well, you had a terrific game. You nailed it right on the head. 13 points, 6 of 8 from the field. Really efficient shooting game. What do you remember about the game? What stands out for you?
I remember like when the coach during the game when the coach told me, Sacko, crash the ball every time. If you see your point guard, crash the ball every time. And that's what I do, and I scored 30 points.
It paid off big time.
Yeah.
You also had a nice game against Louisville. 6 points against Louisville.
Louisville, yeah. I played against Louisville too. I finished with six points, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I finished with 6 points. And we lost too against them. Yeah.
Gosh, the early game in the season too, your best game on the boards was against UMass Lowell. Very early in the year.
Oh, yeah. That was the first game, against UMass Lowell.
You had 8 rebounds in that game.
Rebound,
yeah.
And I didn't score. But the coach told me, like, basketball is not only scoring. You can take the rebound, you can play defense, and that's what I do.
Your reputation is for those two things, the rebounding and the defense. And even your coach at Georgia Tech, Coach Stoudemire, said that he thought you could be one of the best defensive players in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Where does that come from? Where does the commitment to defense come from?
The defense, that come from, like, I think the J. Addison. Because the J. Addison, I finished the season, I was the best defender on the J. Addison. And I think that comes from there.
You were the Defensive Player of the Year in the Ontario Scholastic Basketball Association. And also a first-teamer, a first-team All-Star.
Yeah.
Probably an amazing experience, but very different from Guinea. You're in Canada. I mean, you're up north. What about snow and all those other things?
That was hard. Because that was my first time to be in the country with, like, the snow everywhere, like, every time. That was hard for me. But, like, I know where I'm from, and I know I'm coming here to play basketball. The snow, the party don't mean nothing for me. If I play basketball, I play basketball.
It's obviously something that was a springboard for you. Yeah. And so Georgia Tech, and you played there for a season. What was the motivation behind looking for a change? And now you're here at the University of New Mexico, and fans would love to hear how it all came about that you ended up with the Lobos.
But to come to Lobo, that come from my mom, because I was talking to my mom, and she asked me about school, about basketball, and I told her, like, it's my first. Because she told me when I was in Guinea, I was the best player. I was playing, like, every time. And she said, like, I'm in Georgia Tech, I'm not playing, I don't have a lot of time to play. And I just need, like, more time because it's my first time to the United States. And she told me, like, if I need more time, I need work hard for my school because my mom, basketball, nah, but school, that's the first time for her. Every time she called me, she asked me about my school. She asked me about my transcript. Yeah.
So your mom, Derace, right? She was all over your academics.
Yeah, every time. Every day. She called me every day to ask me my transcript, my grades, every time.
How has that been going since you arrived here at UNM? Okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
Great. Tell us a little about your father as well, Abdoulaye.
My father? Well, right now, my father is sick. He's not working. He's at home. And every time I talk to him, she told me, like, to play basketball to do whatever I want, to play basketball, to go to school. And she's a great support for me. She support me like every time, everywhere.
Well, we hope that your father gets well.
Yeah, thank you.
And the support from your mom has been huge, huh?
Yeah. My mom call me every day. I say every day.
More than once a day?
She called me every day at the same time.
On a schedule?
Yeah.
Yes.
Every day at the schedule.
Wow.
Because we don't have the same time. Right now, I think, what time is it? It's 3 here. I think it's 9 p.m. over there. Yeah. But
what time of day do you typically get call from mom?
Say every day she called me like, before I came here, she called me. I was in the orientation Zoom meeting. She called me. And I say, Mom, I'll call you back. I'm in the Zoom meeting right now.
So you guys are really close, though. That's fantastic. So there was an academy in your home in Guinea, right? A basketball academy that you started, where you started playing. How far was that from your home? Was that an ordeal to go and be there to practice? And how big was that in your development as a basketball player?
To go to practice, I was running to go there because that was 20 minutes.
So you would run from home?
Yeah. I run from home to go there.
To the gym?
And I run back to go home. That's every day.
What's the distance? How long did it take you to go 20, or how far were you going in 20 minutes?
Far. Because to go there, you need to take car. But my dad, he didn't give me the money to go there every day. And that's why I run like 20 minutes to go there.
So what, with maybe a couple miles, 3 miles?
I think that was 3 or 4 miles.
3 or 4 miles, yeah. Just, oh my goodness. Well, it helped with your conditioning, huh? Yeah. And that was literally one of the very few basketball facilities in the whole city?
Right now, we got only one facility.
One?
Yeah, only one.
And that was it?
Yeah, that's it. The only one.
Your hometown's the capital, though, right?
Yeah.
Big city.
Yeah, it's a big city.
Yeah.
In Conakry.
More than 1.5 million people.
Yep.
What are the things that you did as a kid growing up in Guinea?
Before I played basketball, I was playing soccer. And if I don't have school, I'm in the soccer field, I play soccer. And when I get back home, my mom held on me. And my dad was hungry. Go, you play soccer. Go take your schoolwork and do it. Because soccer, everybody plays soccer there. But nobody go to play pros. That's what my dad said, like, stop playing soccer and do your schoolwork. And after that, after basketball, and I talked to him, he said, we can try. But if you're not good, we're not keep going. I said, all right. And I started playing basketball. And right now I'm in the Lobo.
Sounds like the commitment to the schoolwork was something that started very early.
Yeah.
Well, you wouldn't be a college student in America if that weren't the case, right?
No. My dad and my mom, I can do whatever I want, but my school come first. I can do whatever I want after my schoolwork.
So huge family, right? You have a total of 8 kids?
Yeah.
So you have 7 brothers?
7 brothers.
What was it like growing up with that many brothers in a family that big?
That was difficult because my mom got a lot to do to keep like me, my brothers, because I got one older brother and he left to go to Ivory Coast to be with my grandma, and I was the older at the house. And when my mom is not home, that's me, like, take care of my brothers. Say, do this, don't do this. I was the father at the home when my mom's not there.
So you were the second oldest of the 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had to grow up pretty fast then, I guess.
Yeah.
What can give us the age range? Like how far apart is your oldest brother? You know, you have one older brother, and then your youngest of the 8 younger brothers. Yeah.
So my older brother is 24 right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 4 years older than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 20, and my brother who followed me is 15. We got 15, we got 12, we got 8, we got 5, and we got 2.
Wow,
Yeah,
big range.
yeah.
Yeah, crazy. What's it like when you go back home now? What? Tell us about your last visit home.
My last visit was 2 months ago in May. I was there for 1 week because the coach said like we need to go back here to start practice, and I go there like for 1 week to see my mom, my dad, my brothers. That was great to see my mom and my brothers.
How long had it been since you'd been home?
Not 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah,
So was that your first visit back
yeah,
since you left home?
Yeah.
To go to Canada?
that was my first visit.
That had to be just amazing.
Yeah, that was great because I spent like 1 week there. That was great weeks.
Did you go back to the Centre Federal de Ghana, right? Guinea, excuse me, the basketball academy.
Yeah.
Did you go back to see old
Yeah,
coaches?
I saw all the coaches. Like my teammates. I was with my teammate like every day. When I go to see my mom, after that I go to go play with them and go see the coaches and go see like the person who helped me to play basketball. Yeah.
That's a great question. You mentioned the one who saw you and helped you further your basketball career. Who would you like to mention the people in your home that got you playing basketball and helped you develop to the point where you could leave your country and now pursue a basketball career? Who are the key people in your development as a basketball player?
Got a lot of people. Got like I think 5 or 6 people who helped me to develop my skills to play basketball. Yeah.
Would you like to shout out any of them? A couple? Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are they? Tell us.
We got Coach Mohamed. We got Coach Suleiman. We got Coach. A lot of people. Ooh. We got Coach Kase. We got Coach Adu. We got Coach Lao. We got a lot of people.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did they each bring something different?
Yeah. They bring different energy, different. I learned a lot from them.
Who are the influences that you think have been the most impactful since you left home? Maybe it was in Canada, maybe it was at Georgia Tech. Are there some coaches that kind of helped you maybe with your mindset or your development physically? I know that you're quite a bit bigger and stronger than when you first, left home.
Yeah.
Who are the key figures?
I think that was in Canada. That was with my high school coaches, Coach Smalling and Coach Canley.
Coach Smalling was the one who ran the whole program, right?
Yeah. Coach Smalling, Coach Miles, Coach Canley, Coach YC. Yeah. And we got my conditioning coach in Canada. That was Dr. J. He helped me a lot. Yeah.
You look to me now like a very different athlete than when you first got to Canada. I've seen some video, some tournament video. I know you're very springy. You can really jump. You can dunk. But even your bio at Georgia Tech says 225, and we have you listed here in Albuquerque as 240. You've become a very different athlete. How have you been able to gain so much strength and build all that power that you bring to the table now?
That was in Georgia Tech because I didn't have a lot of time to play. But I was in the gym like every day. The gym to take the weight like every day with my conditioning coach in Georgia Tech. He was working like every day. That's why I was 225 and I get to 240 before I came here.
And you feel like you've maintained all the...
I came here and I lost a lot or two. Right now I think I'm 228, 230. There's
a difference there. Have you decided on like what's your ideal, like what you would like to be, or what is the where do you think is the sweet spot? What would be perfect?
The 225. Yeah.
So you want to be lean and strong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right on. What do you think of your teammates here in Albuquerque? You guys have had a summer together now, and it's a great group, it looks like.
That was great. I got a great teammate. Every time you're on the gym, and if I'm not at the gym, the one or two of my teammates call me, yo, Sacko, let's go to the gym, let's go play, let's go do that. That's the great teammate.
What about the diversity on this team and the different nationalities that you have? How has that been?
Yeah, that's great. Because we got a lot of people we got Mustafa is from Finland and Morocco too. And he told me like he got one side African. I said, that's great. We got Nelly from Nigeria. We got Tiraje, is it African too? We got a lot of diversity in the team. Atiki from Tanzania, yeah.
It's an eclectic group. You guys, with the African heritage in your background, are there common experiences that you share, like when you're talking with Nelly, for example?
Yeah. I'm in the room because Nelly is my roommate. Every day we cook like African food. We eat together. We talk about Africa. We talk about Nigeria. We talk about Guinea. That's great.
A lot of similarities, Guinea and Nigeria?
Yeah.
A lot of similarities. What are some of the foods you guys are cooking up?
Nelly cook like the Nigeria food, the fufu, the rice, the gari, because the gari does Nigerian food too. Because I can't cook. I try to learn how to cook.
So Nelly's the cook?
Yeah.
So he's taking care of you guys?
Yeah.
Great stuff. This team is loaded with big men. You know, a lot of bigs on this. Yeah. How's it been banging with those guys through summer practices?
My first practice, I was guarding Nelly, and that was difficult for me my first time.
Well, he's got you. You're 6'6", right? Yeah. So he's got you about 3 inches or so. Yeah.
Yeah. That was my first time. That was, say, yo, they're not playing here. That was great.
So what do you think of Albuquerque?
I like the city. It's hot.
Yes?
Yeah, it's hot, but I like the city. I like the facility too. I like the fans. Because when I was watching the man game, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I was there. A lot of fans was there. Say, whoa, here the energy is different. Yeah. I like the fans too.
So you're pumped about getting a chance to play in the pit? What have the guys who've experienced it already told you about it?
I talked to Q. Told me like when the season start, gonna be great. I said, all right, I can't wait to see.
Wow, this has been great. I appreciate you spending time with us. And we look forward to seeing you on the court here this upcoming season.
I can't wait. Wait.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Ibrahima Sacko.
Every time.
On the Lobo Pod.
Thank you.
The Lobo Pod is a production of UNM Athletics.